Hi guys, this is Vitaly with AFT Dispatch and A2C Logistics, and in today's video, I'd like to speak with you about Cyber Monday, Black Friday, Thanksgiving, and what all of that has to do with December 2024. But first, roll the intro. Welcome back. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you to please like the video, be sure you subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single release of our videos, where every Friday we're talking about something that could benefit you in your trucking businesses and your trucking careers, as well as cover the loads we've successfully booked for our customers, consisting of leased owner operators and carriers operating under their own MC authorities, running under our truck dispatch services. As always, guys, big thank you for all the likes you provided in all the previous videos. Please do keep them coming, and let's talk about all the record-breaking numbers that are affecting the shipping cycle now in 2024, ending 2024. We had a near record 197 million shoppers from Thanksgiving all the way through Cyber Monday. So that includes, of course, Black Friday, 197 million shoppers, guys. Black Friday and Cyber Monday online sales reached record highs. So there's a lot of that with e-commerce, once again, taken over during the holiday season, and holiday retail sales were actually projected to hit 1.5 trillion with a T, $1.5 trillion, which is a 5% year-over-year increase. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, if you will, because e-commerce, as we've seen, has grown and grown and grown over the years, especially during COVID. Everyone was ordering online. And last year was a bit lackluster. 2023, we saw major increases in 2024. And what they're actually seeing is that the consumer is very strong. The American consumer is very strong, and e-commerce in particular and consumer spending have been really, driving strong freight demand. And that's a lot of what we've been seeing here in peak season, holiday season, closing out 2024. Now, here's an interesting one. There was recently a study done where 48% of small and medium-sized businesses said that they actually expected higher holiday sales over 2023. And that's exactly what they got. And guess what? All those gifts, all those products, items, all that inventory had to come on a semi-truck. Now, delivery times are changing, and that's kind of where the industry is shifting a little bit, which could be really good for LTL guys, really good for last mile guys, really good for even, dare I say, hotshot guys, box truck guys. I know we definitely get our share of phone calls from those guys, and we do not work with hotshots or box trucks or any sort of LTL equipment. We only work with semi trucks. But what's happening now is delivery times are at their fastest levels ever, due to all the improvements and upgrades in warehousing and the tech investments that companies have been doing within the sector. So now there is an even higher and continued demand for faster, more diverse shipping methods, shipping options, if you will, and those demands will continue to grow. Retail logistics, basically demonstrates that the U.S. consumer strength is really up there despite economic concerns. There were a lot of concerns about possibly the U.S. economy having a hard time because the consumer is having a hard time making ends meet. We talked about in the past about the U.S. consumer switching to value brands and kind of tightening up their spending, and how a lot of the people that were in the premium sector have actually gone down to the Walmarts of the world. And so that all of that is not a positive indication. It's not a good indication, but it does look like we are bouncing back. So a couple of things on this would be that freight is becoming more time sensitive, and there is definitely a move towards more short haul because more warehousing, and that's where the money's been invested over the last several years. It means that there's going to be more short haul freight, and short haul doesn't necessarily mean you're looking at 50 miles or 60 miles. Could be 400 or 500 miles would also be considered short haul, but it would be possibly one pick, one drop, or possibly multi picks, multi drops. So the industry is shifting. And, our guys are definitely taking advantage, as you'll see in the next portion of this video, where the customers are definitely making top dollar. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section below. smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and so if you haven't done so, hit the notification bell. I'll switch over the camera. We'll look over the loads that we booked for our customers, and I'll see you guys in just a moment. Welcome back. Let's take a look at some of these loads. Guys, we have a very impressive list of drivers, mainly vans. You have one reefer as an example to show that sometimes even reefers struggle a little bit. But in today's market, vans are definitely dominating. Let's go ahead and get started with Boris. Very, very impressive numbers coming out of Santa Fe Springs, California. 2 drops in Tracy, California, and Meridian, Idaho. 1 pick, 2 drops, very light load, 5,213 pounds of nutritional supplements, 953 loaded miles at $3,000. Got him $315 a loaded mile. Got him to a good market as well. Then out of Nampa, Idaho, took a load to West Jordan, Utah, 43.5 on a load of extra fine sugar, 366 loaded miles at $1,200. Got him an easy $328 a loaded mile. An excellent job. Then out of Draper, Utah, there's barely no deadhead there. Coming out to Orlando, Florida, a long run, 40,000 pounds of toiletries, 2,324 loaded miles at $5,300. Got him an easy $228 a loaded mile. An excellent job there. Only 21 deadhead miles all week. Monday to Monday, gross $9,500. Boris, my hat's off to you, sir. Dispatch as well, 3,643 loaded miles. Like I said, 21 deadhead miles, 261 a loaded mile, and just drops it slightly to 259 a loaded mile on a regular dry van. And that's with all miles deadhead included. Absolutely outstanding gross for the week. Excellent job for both Dispatch and Boris, as mentioned earlier. Keep up the great work, guys. Definitely an excellent job. Moving on to another dry van. Manuel is the driver. Coffeyville, Kansas to Sydney, Illinois. It's a 33,000 pound load of packaging products. 547 loaded miles at $1,000. Got him $1.83 to get out of there. Then out of Danville, Illinois, coming out to McKees Rocks, Pennsylvania, with a 43,000 pound load of miscellaneous FAK 450 loaded miles there at $1,500. Got him $333 a loaded mile. Certainly made up the difference on that one. Then New Eagle, Pennsylvania, coming out to Joliet, Illinois, coming back out light load, 11,000 pounds of potting mix or a soil. 495 loaded miles at $800. Got him $1.62 on that one. They're going to shoot for it again. Out of Chicago, Illinois, coming out to Hamburg, Iowa. It's a 10,000 pound super light load of flexible bulk bags. 505 loaded miles on that one. $1,100 gross. That's $218 a loaded mile. Finished off strong out of St. Joseph, Missouri, with a load going to Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. 40,500 pounds of animal feed. 1,040 loaded miles. At $2,600, got him $250 on the dot. So an excellent job, very light load, very light loads, freight, not much deadhead. Gross $7,000 in 7 days running Monday to Monday, $1,000 a day, 3,037 loaded miles, only 184 deadhead miles. All in all, got $230 a loaded mile. And then with all miles with deadhead included, dropped it down to $217 a loaded mile with deadhead included. So Manuel, excellent job, saved a ton of fuel. Remained mainly in the Midwest, and came out to Pennsylvania, Missouri, did a little bit of back and forth, definitely paid for itself, and took some gambles with the lower paid freight in order to get to the right markets. An excellent job. Looks like it definitely paid off. Moving on to Tarik. Haven't seen your name in a while, Tarik. Definitely glad to see you on the list. An excellent job here. Jefferson, Georgia. 1 pick, looks like a 3-dropper going to Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Monte Vista, Colorado, and a final in Bayfield, Colorado. It's a light load, 18,000 pound load of tractors, 1,606 loaded miles, booked at $3,250, got him $256, they got him $202 a loaded mile. So it was actually $3,250 and 56 cents. That's what I meant to say. Got him $202 a loaded mile. Then right out of Monte Vista, Colorado, 0 deadhead to Topeka, Kansas, 45,000 pound load of potatoes, 646 loaded miles at $1,600. Got him an easy $248 a loaded mile. Then finished off strong with Kansas City, Missouri, going to Colorado Springs, Colorado. It's a 40,000 pound load of plastic bottles, an excellent rate, 594 loaded miles at $1,800. Got him $303 a loaded mile average. And surely the guys will get you out of there. And get you out of Colorado when the time comes. So Friday to Friday, $66.50 in gross, 7 days on the road, 2,846 loaded miles. Ended up booking all of that at $234 a loaded mile. Didn't have much deadhead, 176 deadhead miles. So all in, he's at $220. Tarik, excellent job. Glad to see you back up in the roster. Moving on to David. This is a totally different approach. Also a dry van. And but David did it a little bit differently. Long runs. North Lake, Texas, coming out to Jerome, Idaho, long run there. Light freight, 14,000 pounds of packaging materials, 1,437 loaded miles at 2,600 bucks. Get you $181 a loaded mile there. Then right out of Twin Falls, Idaho, coming out to Eagan, Minnesota, another long run there. 41.5 on a load of miscellaneous FAK, freight of all kinds. 1,352 loaded miles booked at 3,700 bucks. Got him 274 a loaded mile, that one. And that got him actually an impressive number. 7 days on the road, $6,300 in gross, 2,789 loaded miles, only 15 miles of deadhead, so practically nothing there. And that got him 226 a loaded mile. Good amount of miles, very efficient, and he ended up averaging out 225 with deadhead included. So can't ask for much more than that. Half of that was a 14,000 pound freight. Definitely saved a lot on the fuel coming up all the way up to Jerome, Idaho. So definitely an excellent job there. Moving on to, let's take a look. Michael, also a dry van coming out of Colfax, North Carolina, going to Prineville, Oregon. So 40,000 pounds of building products, 2,669 loaded miles at 4,800 bucks. Got him $1.80 to come out of North Carolina and go out to Oregon. Excellent rate. Then out of Portland, Oregon, took a load to Boise, Idaho, 35,000 pound load of FAK. 430 loaded miles at 1,100 bucks. Got him 256 a loaded mile. Finished off strong with Boise, Idaho, coming back out to Moses Lake, Washington. It's a light load, 3,800 pounds. Repositions them just right. A bunch of John Deere parts, tractor parts. 363 loaded miles, booked at 1,250. Got him 344 a loaded mile. Easily done that in a day. 1,250 bucks in your pocket. 7 days on the road. Michael ran up $7,150 in gross. $7,150 in gross. Ran 3,462 loaded miles. Only 149 deadhead miles. All in all, ran 207 a loaded mile, and with deadhead included, dropped it down to $1.98. Very impressive numbers. A lot of the freight was very, quite light, or some of the freight was quite light, and got some good markets. And, I think next week is going to do very, very well. So an excellent job there. And last, but certainly not least, but I wanted to make a point. I put Milagres at the very end because in this case, he did well, but not as well as the rest of the dry vans. And that tells you about how the markets shift. Now, he did a great job with the gross, but the numbers did go down a little bit. If he's running a reefer, those of you guys watching our channel have seen his numbers, and consistently, he's done very, very well. This time, 2 picks, 1 drop at Atlanta, Georgia, and Sewanee, Georgia, coming out to Memphis, Tennessee. It's a 21,000 pound load, light load of buns and rolls, bread. Trailer had to be pre-cooled to -10, and then the temp was at 0 degrees. On the reefer. 457 loaded miles at $1,000 get you $219 a loaded mile. An excellent job there. Then Pocahontas, Arkansas, coming out to Mansfield, Texas. 40,500 pound load of chicken set at 26 degrees. 492 loaded miles booked at 1,750. Got them 356 a loaded mile. Then Lancaster, Texas, coming out to Gunstown, Mississippi. It's a 30,000 pound load chicken breast. Temperature set at -10 on that one. 567 loaded miles at 1,500 bucks. Got him 265 a loaded mile. And finally, he finished up with Jasper, Tennessee, coming out to Parlier, California, with a 41,000 pound load of intermediate bulk containers. 2,222 loaded miles, booked at $3,100. Got him $1.40 on that one. He's going to do very, very well coming out of California next week. I would say he did really well here. It's the deadhead that really hurt him in this case, which I think is still manageable because he still managed to gross $7,350. Not too shabby even being on the end of the list, right? 3,738 loaded miles plus 355 miles was deadhead. So he ended up booking out $1.97 a loaded mile, and then with deadhead included, dropped to $1.80. So deadhead is your friend in many cases if done properly. We made a video about that. I'll leave a little card in the corner. Please take a look at that. It's only about 2.5 minutes, but I think it's a very, very good video. Everybody did a great job. Hats off to you guys. And here's to a great week next week. Welcome back, and thanks for sticking around. Holy smokes, those are very impressive numbers, especially considering that many of those same names have been repeating over and over again over the last few weeks. That tells us that those specific guys have been making a lot of good money. And you could be doing this very same thing, whether you're a carrier, have your own MC authority, or you're a leased on owner operator. We work with both types of truckers out there. Just get in touch with us. It's super simple. Call or text 801-448-6363. You can also get our website at aftdispatch.com and get more information there. Outside of that, guys, I hope you have a really great weekend. Take care and stay healthy. Be wealthy. Bye-bye.